San Francisco, the name alone conjures images of steep hills, Victorian architecture, and that magnificent orange breeze emerging from the fog. But this city is so much more than its postcard-perfect exterior. This is a place built on dreams and disasters, on gold rush fever and technological revolution, on earthquakes that destroyed it and determination that rebuilt it stronger than before. We begin, as all San Francisco stories should, with the Golden Gate Bridge. Stretching 1.7 miles across the Golden Gate Strait, this Art Deco masterpiece wasn't painted red, as many believe, but rather a color called International Orange, specifically chosen by consulting architect Irving Morro because it complements the natural surroundings and enhances visibility in San Francisco's famous fog. The city itself is built on 43 hills, or 50 depending on who's counting, each with its own character, its own story. Russian Hill, Nob Hill, Telegraph Hill, Pacific Heights. These aren't just neighborhoods, they're vertical villages, each requiring a different gear and a strong set of brakes. And nowhere is this more apparent than on Lombard Street, the famous crookedest street in the world. Down at Fisherman's Wharf, the smell of fresh crab and sourdough bread fills the air, mixed with the salt of the Pacific and the barking of sea lions. At Pier 39, hundreds of California's sea lions have made themselves at home on the floating docks. The cable cars that climb these impossible hills are more than just transportation. They're a triumph of 19th century engineering and San Francisco's most beloved icon. These cars don't have engines. Instead, they grip onto a continuously moving underground cable that travels at a constant 9.5 miles per hour. 1.5 miles offshore, rising from the frigid waters of San Francisco Bay, sits a 22-acre island that has captured the American imagination like few other places. Alcatraz, the Rock, a name that still sends shivers down the spine, that still evokes images of hardened criminals, impossible escapes, and the loneliest imprisonment imaginable. The ferry ride to Alcatraz takes just 15 minutes, but it's a journey into a different world, a different time. As we approach, the island's stark beauty becomes apparent. The weathered buildings, the old lighthouse, the seabirds circling overhead, but it's the prison that dominates. That massive concrete fortress that once held America's most dangerous criminals. Alcatraz served as a federal penitentiary for just 29 years, from 1934 to 1963. Each cell measured just 5 feet by 9 feet. Over the 29 years of operation, there were 14 escape attempts involving 36 prisoners. Most were caught immediately, some died trying, but one escape attempt stands above all others in American criminal lore. Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin disappeared from their cells. They had spent months secretly digging through the deteriorating concrete around their cell's air vents, hiding their work behind handmade false walls. They built a raft from over 50 stolen raincoats. The FBI searched for months, then years, but the three men never found. Driving south from San Francisco on Highway 1, the Pacific Coast Highway, is to experience one of the world's most spectacular coastal drives. We arrive in Monterey, a city where California's complex history comes alive, where literature and marine biology intersect, where past and present coexist in surprising harmony. Monterey's story begins long before California was even part of the United States. In the early 20th century, Monterey became the sardine capital of the Western Hemisphere. By the 1930s, the canneries along the waterfront, an area that would become famous as Cannery Row, were processing hundreds of thousands of tons of sardines. By the early 1950s, the sardines were gone. It seemed like Monterey's glory days were over. Enter the visionaries. In 1984, the Monterey Bay Aquarium opened its doors, one of the finest marine science institutions in the world, pioneering the exhibition of deep-sea creatures and open ocean animals. The road hugs the cliffs, curves around headlands, and offers endless views of the Pacific Ocean crashing against rocky shores. From the misty shores of the Pacific to the scorching deserts of the Southwest, from neon-lit boulevards to ancient Native American dwellings carved into cliff sides, this is a journey through time, through landscapes, through the very soul of the American West. Continuing our journey south along California's spectacular central coast, we arrive at a small coastal town dominated by an unmistakable landmark. A massive volcanic rock rising 581 feet from the ocean floor, the Morro Rock. All the locals call it the Gibraltar of the Pacific, and from the moment you see its distinctive silhouette on the horizon, you understand why this ancient volcanic plug has captured imaginations for thousands of years. What makes Morro Bay special isn't just its iconic rock or its working harbor, it's the feeling of authenticity in an increasingly developed California coastline. It's a real community where fishing boats still matter, where locals outnumber tourists, and where the ancient volcanic rock reminds everyone that some things are too permanent, too powerful to change. As we continue south, the landscape begins to shift, and nestled between mountains and the Pacific Ocean lies Santa Barbara, the American Riviera, a city that has cultivated beauty into an art form. Santa Barbara's story is written in its architecture. After a devastating earthquake in 1925 destroyed much of downtown, city leaders made a remarkable decision. Rather than simply rebuild, they would reimagine their city in the Spanish colonial revival style. The result is what you see today, with stucco walls, red tile roofs, ornate ironwork, and graceful arches creating a cohesive, visually stunning cityscape that feels more like Andalusia than America. But Santa Barbara isn't just about history and architecture, it's about a lifestyle, a certain California dream made tangible. Stearns Wharf, built in 1872, is California's oldest working wooden wharf, stretching for thousands of feet into the Pacific. Today, it's lined with restaurants, shops, and the Sea Center Aquarium. From the end of the wharf, dolphins and whales are frequently spotted, and pelicans dive-bomb the water looking for fish. The waterfront itself, with its palm-lined bike path, is quintessential Southern California. Some places work hard to be beautiful. Santa Barbara simply is. And then, suddenly, the intimacy of smaller coastal towns gives way to something vast, sprawling, impossible to fully comprehend. Los Angeles, LA, the city of angels, the entertainment capital of the world. A metropolis of nearly 13 million people spread across 500 square miles. A city that isn't really one city at all, but rather a collection of neighborhoods, each with its own identity, its own culture, its own story to tell. Los Angeles is a city of contradictions and superlatives. It's the birthplace of the film industry, yet it started as a small Spanish pueblo in 1781. It's famous for its beaches and sunshine, yet it sits in a semi-arid climate that would be desert without massive water projects bringing water from hundreds of miles away. It's the second largest city in America, yet it feels more like 100 small towns that grew together until their borders touched. Understanding Los Angeles requires accepting that it cannot be fully understood. It's too big, too diverse, too constantly changing. Downtown Los Angeles, often overlooked by tourists rushing to Hollywood or the beaches, is experiencing a remarkable renaissance. The financial district skyline, dominated by sleek glass and steel towers, represents LA's economic power. The U.S. Bank Tower, standing 1,000 feet tall, was the tallest building west of the Mississippi until 2017 and remains an iconic part of the skyline. But downtown is more than just corporate headquarters. The historic core, with its early 20th century architecture, has been transformed into trendy lofts, galleries, and restaurants. The arts district pulses with creativity, street art, breweries, and innovative dining. This is a different Los Angeles, walkable, dense, urban in a way the rest of sprawling LA is not. It's LA's past and future colliding, where Art Deco buildings stand next to modern skyscrapers, where historic theaters have been restored to their former glory, and where a new generation is rediscovering the appeal of urban living in the heart of the city. The Walt Disney Concert Hall, designed by renowned architect Frank Gehry and opened in 2003, is a masterpiece of contemporary architecture. Its stainless steel curves catch and reflect light in ever-changing patterns, creating a building that seems to shift and flow throughout the day. The exterior is bold and sculptural, but the real magic is inside. Gehry's design has become an instant icon, transforming downtown LA's cultural landscape and proving that civic architecture can be both functional and breathtakingly beautiful. Perched high in the Hollywood Hills, at 1,000 feet above the sea level, the Griffith Observatory has been Los Angeles' window to the cosmos since 1935. This Art Deco masterpiece, with its distinctive triple copper domes, offers something rare in a city known for luxury and exclusivity. It's completely free. The entire Los Angeles basin spreads out below. The Hollywood sign, clearly visible on nearby Mount Lee, downtown's skyscrapers gleaming in the distance, the Pacific Ocean shimmering on the horizon. Griffith J. Griffith, the mining magnate who donated the land and funds, insisted the observatory remain forever free to the public. He believed that through astronomy, people would realize how small their individual troubles were compared to the vastness of the universe. Nearly a century later, that democratic vision continues, making cosmic wonder accessible to everyone, from serious astronomers to families seeking inspiration under the stars. The Griffith Observatory isn't just a landmark, it's LA's gift to anyone who looks up and wonders. But when most people think of Los Angeles, they think of Hollywood. It became a symbol of dreams, ambition, and the global film industry. Hollywood Boulevard, particularly the stretch around the TCL Chinese Theater, is a study in contrasts. This is where dreams and reality collide. Tourists photograph the handprints and footprints of movie stars in the theater's forecourt, while street performers dressed as superheroes and celebrities pose for tips. The Hollywood Walk of Fame stretches for 15 blocks, with almost 3,000 brass stars embedded in the sidewalk, each honoring an entertainment industry icon. It's touristy, it's crowded, it's somewhat seedy, and it's absolutely essential Los Angeles. This is where the myth of Hollywood meets the street-level reality, where every aspiring actor, singer, or filmmaker comes to touch the dream, even if just for a moment. The studios themselves, Warner Bros., Universal, Paramount, are the real beating heart of the entertainment industry. Behind those gates, on those sound stages, in those editing rooms, the content that dominates global culture is created. And And then there are the beaches: Santa Monica, Venice, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, each with its own vibe, its own crowd, its own claim to fame. If Los Angeles is too big, too overwhelming, too much, then Santa Monica is LA's more manageable, more charming little sister. This is where Route 66, the Mother Road, America's most famous highway, officially ends, about 2,500 miles from its starting point in Chicago. For generations of travelers, arriving at this pier meant completing an epic cross-country journey, finally reaching the Pacific after crossing deserts, mountains, prairies, and every landscape America has to offer. The Santa Monica Pier, built in 1909, is a California icon. Its solar-powered Ferris wheel has appeared in countless movies and TV shows. Pacific Park, the small amusement park on the pier, maintains that vintage carnival atmosphere, the kind of place where cotton candy and carnival games feel timeless rather than dated. The beach itself stretches for almost 4 miles wide and sandy, backed by the famous palm-lined bike path that connects Santa Monica to neighboring beach communities. This is where LA comes to exercise: runners, cyclists, rollerbladers, all moving against that endless backdrop of Pacific blue. Santa Monica has managed something difficult. It has maintained a distinct identity despite being surrounded by Los Angeles. And as the sun sets over the Pacific, you understand why this small beach city has captivated visitors for over a century. Just south of Santa Monica, accessible by a pleasant bike ride along the beach path, lies a place unlike anywhere else in America: Venice Beach. Where else can you find bodybuilders pumping iron outdoors, street performers swallowing fire, artists painting masterpieces in the sand, fortune tellers reading palms, skateboarders executing aerial tricks, and all of this happening simultaneously against the backdrop of the Pacific Ocean? This is street theater at its finest, a daily carnival of humanity in all its forms. Vendors sell everything from hemp necklaces to psychedelic art to tourist t-shirts. The energy is frenetic, sometimes overwhelming, but never boring. The Venice Skate Park, built in 2009 on the site of a previous legendary skate spot, is considered one of the best skate parks in the world. The massive bows and snake runs were designed by the skaters themselves, and watching them flow through these concrete curves is like watching water flow downhill, graceful, effortless, mesmerizing. Skateboarding isn't just a spot here, it's an art form, a lifestyle, a cultural statement. As the sun sets and the drum circles gather on the beach, dozens of drummers creating polyrhythmic beats, dancers moving to the ancient music, fire spinners waiting for darkness, you realize that Venice Beach isn't trying to be anything other than exactly what it is: the last bastion of Bohemia in increasingly homogenized Los Angeles. It's messy, it's complicated, it's sometimes uncomfortable, and that's precisely why it matters. Beverly Hills represents something quintessentially American: the belief that anyone can make it big, that success should be celebrated and displayed, that luxury is something to aspire to rather than apologize for. Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills needs no introduction. 3 blocks of the world's most expensive retail, where a simple shopping bag becomes a status symbol. Gucci, Prada, Versace, Chanel, every luxury brand you can name has a flagship store on this famous street. The architecture is deliberately opulent, designed to make window shopping feel like visiting a museum. So, even if you can't afford a $10,000 handbag, walking Rodeo Drive is a Los Angeles experience, observing the wealth, the fashion, the carefully cultivated lifestyle of the ultra-rich. Just east of Los Angeles, in the San Gabriel Valley, lies one of California's wealthiest and most exclusive communities. San Marino is purely residential, a carefully preserved enclave of old California money, where many homes are worth $10 million and where the city's pride and joy is one of the world's great cultural institutions. Leaving the coast behind, we head east into the Mojave Desert. The landscape transforms dramatically. Palm trees and ocean breezes give way to Joshua trees and serene heat. The Pacific's blue is replaced by endless sky, and the urban density of Los Angeles dissolves into vast emptiness. Out here, in this harsh desert landscape, lies a remnant of California's wild mining past, Calico Ghost Town. This place sits near Barstow, California, its weathered wooden buildings clinging to the hillside like memories refusing to fade. This isn't a recreation or a theme park pretending to be authentic. Though it has been restored and is now a tourist attraction, Calico is a real ghost town, a place that boomed spectacularly and died almost as quickly, leaving behind the bones of dreams and fortunes. This place joined the ranks of the American West's many ghost towns, places where ambition and greed and hope had flared brightly before guttering out, leaving only ruins and stories. And then, after miles of empty desert, after landscape so barren it seems hostile to human life, you see it. A glow on the horizon, a bubble of light defying the darkness, growing brighter as you approach until suddenly you're surrounded by it. Las Vegas, Sin City, the entertainment capital of the world. A place that absolutely should not exist, but in the American imagination, yet here it stands. An air-conditioned oasis of excess in the middle of the Mojave Desert. More than anything, Las Vegas is humanity's middle finger to nature and reality. There should not be golf courses and water fountains and artificial lakes where the summer temperature regularly exceeds 110 degrees Fahrenheit. The Las Vegas Strip stretches about 4 miles and contains some of the largest and most expensive structures ever built for entertainment purposes. This isn't just a street, it's a monument to human excess, capitalism unleashed, and the pursuit of pleasure without limits. The Bellagio, with its famous fountains choreographed to music, shooting water up to 500 feet in the air, using an astonishing amount of water to create beauty in the desert. Caesar's Palace, since 1966, a monument to Roman excess reimaginated through a Las Vegas lens. The Excalibur looks like a medieval castle. The Luxor, that massive black pyramid with its 39 billion candle-power light beam shooting into the space, visible from airplanes 300 miles away and allegedly seen from space. New York recreates the Manhattan skyline at roughly 1/3 scale, complete with a roller coaster that careens around the hotel itself. The Paris Las Vegas Hotel even has its own Eiffel Tower, half-scale but still more than 500 feet tall. The Venetian recreates Venice with such detail that they include a Grand Canal with singing gondoliers who actually pole real gondolas through actual water. The Mirage volcano erupts nightly, shooting fire and water into the air in a carefully choreographed show. But the Strip isn't just about themed resorts, it's about shows. Cirque du Soleil has multiple permanent productions in Vegas, each more spectacular than the last. The casinos, massive, sprawling, carefully designed to be disorienting, have no clocks, few windows, complex layouts that make finding the exit difficult. The dealers at the blackjack tables, the croupiers at the roulette wheels, the attendants at the slot machines, they've seen it all. They've watched the people win fortunes or immediately lose them. They've seen marriages proposed and celebrated. They've seen people lose everything, their money, their dignity, their families. But Vegas has no judgment for any of it. The city's unofficial motto, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas," is permission to be someone else, to make both good and bad decisions, to indulge every vice and desire, because this isn't real life, it's Vegas. As the night falls and the neon blazes brighter, Las Vegas becomes what it's always been, a mirage, a dream, a place that shouldn't exist, but does anyway. People come here to escape reality, to pretend to be someone else, to take risks they'd never take at home. Some live winners, others live losers, but almost everyone lives with stories. And in a way, that's what Las Vegas sells. Not the chance to win money, though that's the hook, but the chance to have a story, to do something worth remembering. And as we leave this neon oasis heading back into the dark desert, we carry with us a very American story. We saw something impossible, and somehow it existed anyway. Leaving Las Vegas behind, the neon fading in the rearview mirror, we embark on an almost 300-mile journey. That's far more than just distance. It's a dramatic transformation from human excess to nature's raw power. The drive begins in the Mojave Desert, flat, scorching, unforgiving. Temperatures hover around 110 degrees in summer. This is pure desert, austere and endless. As we head east toward Kingman, Arizona, the landscape begins its subtle shift. Kingman, at more than 3,000 feet elevation, is classic Route 66 Americana, a glimpse of the old highway's faded glory. Here we leave the interstate, turning north toward the Grand Canyon, and the real transformation begins. The elevation climbs steadily, then something greener appears. Juniper trees dot the hillsides, then pinyon pines. The temperature drops, sometimes 30 degrees cooler than Las Vegas. Entering Kaibab National Forest is like entering another world entirely. The Kaibab Plateau is an ecological island, forest surrounded by desert, clouds gather overhead. The light changes, filtered through pine needles. The air is crisp, cool, alive. We've traveled from scorching desert to mountain forest, from barren emptiness to verdant life. As we approach Grand Canyon Village at 7,000 feet, anticipation builds. Through the pine trees, we catch glimpses, breaks in the forest revealing vast open space beyond. We park, walk through the remaining trees, and then suddenly, without warning, the forest ends and the earth simply disappears. There are places on Earth so magnificent, so overwhelming in scale that photographs cannot capture them, words cannot describe them, and even standing at the edge, your brain struggles to process what your eyes are seeing. The Grand Canyon is one of those places, 1 mile deep, up to almost 20 miles wide, 280 miles long, 2 billion years of Earth's geological history exposed in layers of rock that tell the story of our planet like the pages of an ancient book written in stone. The first glimpse of the Grand Canyon is unforgettable. You walk through the pine forest of the south rim about 7,000 feet, keeping temperatures surprisingly moderate even in summer. The trees block your view until suddenly they don't, and you're standing at the edge of an abyss so vast that your mind initially rejects it. This cannot be real, nothing can be this big, but it is real and it is this big, and all you can do is stand there, silent, humbled before the incredible power of time and water. The Grand Canyon doesn't need us, but somehow we need it to remind us that there are still things in this world that inspire awe, that defy easy explanation, that simply are magnificent and eternal. Heading south from the Grand Canyon through Arizona's diverse landscapes, we encounter evidence of human civilization far older than anything we've seen on this journey. Montezuma Castle, despite its name, has nothing to do with the Aztec Emperor Montezuma, who never came anywhere near Arizona. This is impressive architecture, remarkable engineering, and a window into a sophisticated culture that thrived here over 600 years ago. The Sinagua weren't just building shelter, they were engineering climate control using only natural materials and centuries of accumulated knowledge. The Sinagua plastered the interior walls and even decorated some areas with pigments. This wasn't crude shelter, but carefully crafted architecture. The stones of Montezuma Castle may be silent now, but they speak volumes about human persistence, ingenuity, and the deep roots of civilization in the American Southwest. Our journey concludes in the heart of Arizona's Sonoran Desert, in the sprawling metropolitan area of Phoenix and its sophisticated neighbor Scottsdale. If Las Vegas is a middle finger to nature, as we said before, Phoenix is a negotiated compromise, a major American city that has learned to coexist with the desert. Phoenix is hot, brutally, almost incomprehensibly hot. Summer temperatures regularly exceed 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and the city holds the record for most consecutive days over 100 degrees. But Phoenix is more than just a study in climate control. Downtown Phoenix has undergone significant revitalization in recent years. The skyline, dominated by modern high-rises, glows beautifully at sunset against the backdrop of the surrounding mountains. Just east of Phoenix lies Scottsdale, and the contrast is immediate. Where Phoenix is sprawling and diverse, Scottsdale is curated and upscale. Old Town Scottsdale maintains a Western theme with galleries, restaurants, and shops occupying buildings designed to evoke Arizona's frontier past. There are places on Earth so magnificent, so overwhelming in scale, that photographs cannot capture them, words cannot describe them, and even standing at the edge, your brain struggles to process what your eyes are seeing. As our journey ends here in Scottsdale, perhaps at a resort pool at sunset, the temperature finally dropping below 100, the mountains turning purple in the fading light, we reflect on everything we've seen. From San Francisco's fog-kissed hills to Scottsdale's pristine desert, from Alcatraz's grim cells to Las Vegas's neon excess. From the ancient cliff dwellings of Montezuma Castle to the timeless grandeur of the Grand Canyon, we've traveled through geography, through history, through the incredible diversity that defines the American West. This region, California, Nevada, Arizona, represents America in concentrated form. The dreams and ambitions, the excess and innovation, the natural wonders and human creations, the complicated history and uncertain future. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through California, Nevada, and Arizona. From the Golden Gate to the Grand Canyon, from the Pacific Ocean to the Sonoran Desert, we witnessed America as its most beautiful, its most audacious, its most inspiring. These places aren't just destinations, they're experiences, stories, memories that last forever. Keep exploring and never stop being amazed by this incredible world we share.
Thank you.